Hello, this is Rob from Van Compass here, and we're going to do an oil change here on our 2021 Sprinter van that has our skid plate system. We get this question a lot, is like, how do you change the oil and not make a mess? Because you'll bring your van to the dealership and they'll be like, they'll try to take the skid off, or they won't take the skid off, and it just makes a giant mess. Relatively simple. This is your standard transmission fill funnel that you get at like any auto parts store. It's super cheapy. It's the long black transmission fill funnel. It works fantastic to drain the oil on the Sprinter. This van has a lifted, this has our 2-inch striker kit, so the skid plate is our lifted version, but this works with the standard skid as well. So this is the way we tend to do it. The van's warm, it's ready to change. So what I do first is I'll break loose it's a 13 mil wrench. I'll break it loose first before I get the funnel in there. Jam the funnel in. You kind of gotta like, this one, on the lifted skid, it's super easy. But on like on the non-lifted version, it'll be a little, you kind of just gotta pull it down a little bit and it'll just wedge in there like that. So we got it loose. I'll go in here, try to stay out of the way. It's hard to see, and then I'm just gonna unthread the drain plug and keep the funnel up tight here. It's a long drain plug. I'll be here for a minute. It's hard to see, and then just keep the funnel in place. We're almost there. There she goes. Easy peasy. Not a drop spilled. Okay, so we got most of the oil drained out. We got a little drip here. This is where like a tiny bit of a mess can happen, but it's usually not too bad. I like to pull this out, get a rag in there, do a quick little wipe down here. Start the bolt. Make sure you still got that copper washer in there. I usually like to start it to that point. Thread it in a good amount, and then like sort of wipe clean the mounting surface, or the mating surface of the copper washer to the oil pan. And I'll just do that kind of one more time just to make sure it's nice and clean. Don't get anything stuck in there. Slide it up. $13 mil. Make sure you torque it. Torque specs 22 foot-pounds. There she is. That's drained. Now we'll go up top and do the oil filter. Okay, we're up top. We get to the oil filter. I like to pull this intake elbow off. Makes it a lot easier to access the filter. Okay, now you got that little elbow out of the way. You'll need a special socket to get the oil filter cap off, or we have our little handy dandy universal one here. Loose, spin it out, have some rags ready to try to minimize your mess a little bit. Okay, we got our filter out. Now we need to pull off these little O-rings. Your new filter is going to come with said O-rings. So we're using a Wix filter. See, it's got the little baggie 2 O-rings. So we'll pick, pull them off. You're not saving these, so you can break them like I just did. And I really like to try to just get as much of the old oil out as I can. So just really spend some time to wipe it clean and all that good stuff. But be careful not to get, you know, paper towel in there, whatever you're using. So. We're using this Schaefer's 530 European Performance mid-saps oil. It meets the Mercedes call out for this year van. So I'll just usually, just to prevent tearing the O-rings, I'll just put a little oil on there. Okay, just make sure your hands are clean and best you can. Looks like it's directional. Sure it snaps in, and then it's ready to install. Okay, we're ready to reinstall. Kind of wipe down a little bit, and I try to not, you know, boop the filter on something dirty on the way in. Twisty in. It's a little claw removal universal guide. You can't tighten with it, you can only loosen, so I'm too lazy to go to the parts store, so I use a little strap wrench. Tighten it all the way down by hand, and then use my strap wrench on there and give her a little more. There it is, it's tight. Okay, now we're done. Now we can fill it with oil. Okay, so we have 13 quarts of oil here. There's no dipstick on this van, which is really annoying, but we'll put 12 quarts in. We'll check it with the little gauge on the dash and adjust accordingly. And then we're done.